Cancer, welcome back. This is Ray from High Fives Tarot. This is your January 2023 Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus for the sign of Cancer. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you. But I've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Thank you for being here. Happy New Year, or welcome back. Speaking of, there must be something in here that you need to hear today. The continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you, and you could scroll down at the end of the page so that you could make your own 3-card spread. There would be a brief description there, and I recommend that you set an intention before you shuffle the deck, so you wouldn't find yourself shuffling it so that you could get the answer that you want to hear. If everything seems so vague to you, or you still need more clarification, you could send me an email at tarot@highfiveshighvibes.com with the cards that you have received, the 3 cards that you have received, the screenshot, so that I could make you a brief interpretation of your reading. 9 of Coins. Wow. Creating something new from something. The story of this card is that he was banished from the kingdom, and so he started something new. He started a new path for himself, although it is quite challenging for him. He transcended that challenge and was able to make a watermelon farm. He was able to grow something big from something small. Perhaps you may have been rejected in your previous in 2022 before the year ends, or perhaps a lot of challenges have been on your path during 2022, and right now you're starting from scratch, and perhaps there is a sense of you wanted to give up. You may have felt that you were alone in this journey, that nobody is helping you, that you're all alone. Everything seems to be challenging because you're traversing an unknown path, a challenging path. But you were able to, you deserve to be given a pat in the back, because you still focus perhaps on the positive side of it, or perhaps there is some sense of hope for you, and you held on to that hope so that you could start anew, you could do something better for yourself, and here you are reaping the benefits of what you have sown. So what a wonderful card to see. If that is not financial stability, that could also mean abundance as you start 2023. The collective has been getting this card. This is moving to a new path, traversing a new path, leaving everything behind, leaving all the burdens behind, and starting anew. Perhaps relocating, or perhaps moving on to a new space, a new place, or perhaps moving forward and starting to understand the loss that you may have experienced in 2022. Having that in reverse means that you are getting past that, and you are ready to welcome in something new for 2023, dear Cancer. And that is such a nice card to start your reading. Let us get first the energies that are surrounding you. What is happening to me? A travel, reassessment, and okay, for some of you, I am getting that your partner may be promoted, or you may need to relocate to a new place, and it gives you the jitters. It gives you that overwhelming feeling, perhaps confusion, perhaps sadness, because you would leave something behind, and it gives you that imbalanced state, or perhaps your emotions are out of whack, or perhaps you hate the fact that you would start something new. However, you remember that this is, as I have mentioned earlier, this is the card of being successful in making something out of nothing. Life may have thrown you lemons, but you were able to make a lemonade. Know that you have the capability to build something beautiful out of nothing, or out of the challenges that are presented around you. The Temperance there in reverse seems like you are, I don't know, confused. in a state of shock perhaps. And for some of you, you may have been in a recent breakup, getting over a heartache, but here you are so powerful. You're very much connected with your willpower, connected with who you are and who you want to be. You know what you want in life, you know how to make it happen, you know how to make things happen for you. You are the queen here, dear Cancer. Not necessarily a female Cancer, I could be connecting with a female Cancer, but you are the keeper of the energy of, you are in that enthusiasm. Don't lose your enthusiasm, because by nature you are more experienced in terms of making creative things, creative projects moving along, and you have that strength. Perhaps people, your partner, rely on you on that, and perhaps if you resonate with what I've mentioned earlier, that you may be challenged right now, that your partner is promoted, you may need to relocate, you may need to travel someplace that is unknown. Know that perhaps your partner has said yes to that because they know that you as their partner would be their rock, would be their foundation, would be their source of strength to make things happen, and that you have the capacity to put your foot to put your foot down when it's necessary, or to make things make something beautiful even if it's everything seems so ugly. You are that kind of person. I mean, perhaps you are tired that your partner always rely on your strength, but know that it's a gift. You're the only one who can do that between the two of you. Don't give up. It sucks. What a useless advice. Okay, just be mindful that you are overthinking about it, or perhaps your person seems to be we got this in reverse. Right smack in the middle of the reading is the Queen of Wands here, but you could also have here the King of Swords. That could be your partner here who is over analyzing the situation, and you are their grounding force. Be mindful that you are being that condescending partner and not helping. I always get this from Cancer, and I always say it in Cancer. Be mindful that you are pushy, or that you are asserting. You're telling your person to act in a way that they're not comfortable with. So perhaps I mean, you are their partner for a reason. They know that you compliment them. They know that you are their grounding force, and they suck at a lot of things, and that you will make it happen for them. Perhaps this is something that you are struggling with always, and sometimes you run the risk of lashing out on your person, being that opinionated. This is how you should do this. You are so lousy. You run the risk of being that kind of person, so be mindful of those energies. Be mindful that you are not open to the changes that is happening, to the change that is happening around your home life. I mean, in what ways can you let go of tradition and be open to something new, just so you could make it work, or just so you could make space for that creativity that lies in you? In what ways can you help your person to stop overthinking, not by telling them that they are lousy? Evaluation. Perhaps this could also mean that you may want to reflect and contemplate on this strength and on this gift that you have. Perhaps this is, don't give up on those gifts, because you're the only one between the two of you who could make things happen. You're the only one who can assert themselves, assert their truth. You're the only one who's more authentic than your person. So you don't have to change them. You don't have to transform them in such a way that they would be as authentic as you, because that's your gift, dear Cancer. And perhaps this may call for a reassessment, or before you start the 2023, or at the beginning of 2023, to reflect on what has happened in 2022. I've learned this from I think in one podcast, that if you are struggling with connecting with your intuition, what you can do is that pinpoint that incident where you were very successful, or an incident that you made it happen, and then you reverse engineer it, so that I think it was Jay Shetty who said that the reverse engineering trace back to the action steps that you have done to make that happen. So perhaps before the end of 2022 or in the beginning of 2023, you may need to reassess what you have been doing right, or perhaps where changes have to be made, without judging your experience, or without judging how others acted in a way that did not sit well with you. Cancer born individuals may have high standards, but sometimes they go back to their shells when something doesn't quite right, that something happens that is not quite right for them, and then they strike in an opportune moment. Passive aggressive. Most cancer born individuals are passive aggressive, and perhaps you may want to communicate ways. You may want to communicate what annoys you, what you don't want to happen. How can you meet your person halfway? Because you are this strong. If you are not you are the dominant one. Seems like you are the dominant one in this connection, but sometimes you hate it when people do not act the way you want them to act. So perhaps you may want to go on a retreat, reflect on before you move on to a new chapter, or before you implement the changes that you have discussed with your partner in terms of making your home life better. I mean, so that heartache, that pain would never happen again. Your person seems to be, yeah. You know what? If you resonate with what I've mentioned a while ago, that your person may have been promoted, you may for some of you, you will relocate to another place. It's not that they are very excited or giddy about career more than their home life. It's not that. Perhaps that is what it appears to you, that they are willing to prioritize their boss's demands more than your demand as their husband or as their wife. Know that this is not something that they would chase after. It was just an opportunity that has been presented to them, and they just don't want to let it pass. I mean, they want to grab the opportunity. They're very entrepreneurial in that sense, but sometimes they admire you for being this queen that you are. They admire you for being able to express yourself, for being able to be that authentic, that person who speaks their truth. Sometimes they wish they are that kind of person, but that's why they married you, or they are partnered up with you, because they know that you are the exact opposite of them, but at the same time you are their match, in a sense that their weakness is your strength, and your weakness is also their strength. So you complement each other in such a way that perhaps you put a blind eye on, or you don't want to acknowledge, or you don't want to accept. Your partner is just as chill as fuck. But sometimes they are having a hard time to decide for themselves, and so they are relying on you to make that decision for them. That could be the reason why you are very annoyed at them most of the time. A new chapter will be coming into your person's life. As I've mentioned, this could be career promotion. This could also be buying a new home for you, relocating to some place, traveling, or perhaps a new baby is coming, is along the way, or perhaps a leveling up of some sort. If you are not married, perhaps this could be an engagement, a proposal, but this could also be you. Energies could be interchangeable, so just please take what resonates, because this is you showing up, but this could also be you showing up in their psyche, that you are their complete match. You are their match, and you are their complete opposite. But they move so slow. They are very disciplined. They have that blinders on. They have that tunnel vision on something. But they are happy to have. They're happy to move at a pace that they are comfortable with. So perhaps, dear Cancer, if you are nudging them to do something against that flow that they have, regardless of whether it's a slow flow, they're just that's how they function. So they're happy with that. There's something, it could be abundance, could be more joy, or perhaps more a profound sense of gratitude in life is coming towards them, or perhaps they are working on something that would make both of you grateful and happy with this partnership or with this connection. Sometimes they wish they are much more creative than you. If there is one person in this connection who is very dominant, very alpha, if I may say, but at the same time they are humble enough to make changes where they need to change, that is you. It seems like it's you. Your person seems to be a person could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You are the queen here. They're just the page here. They're starting to learn to be more assertive, and you are more assertive. Sometimes they wish they could be this queen who is more assertive. Just allow them to be to be who they want to be. Just allow them to learn the ropes of being more assertive. As I've mentioned a while ago, be mindful that you are being this oppressive, that your opinion is starting to make them feel uncomfortable or condescending. Both of you has that energy of condescension in your energy. They are not willing to take on a task that is they deem that perhaps you are telling them they have to do this, they have to change this, they have to look at things this way, and this person may be hesitant to make those changes or to act in a way you want them to, because those tasks, they seem to be beneath them or perhaps they're just stubborn. But this could also be you, dear Cancer. Very, very stubborn energy, and they are learning the ropes. They are learning everything at their own pace. Perhaps they move so slow. Perhaps from your perspective, they are very lazy, but they believe in slow and steady wins the race. So if you have been that pushy, if you have been that condescending partner, so perhaps it's time to reflect on that as you move towards 2023. Let us get what the universe wants you to know. An oracle card for you. Continuation of this reading is in the link in the description box below, dear Cancer. Okay, wonderful. Ooh, my home is my castle. If you feel that you have less to give or you are not enough, know that you have already built your castle behind your back. Some people may not see this, or perhaps some people may not recognize it, but they don't have to. The only person who needs to recognize your achievements is you. Perhaps you have been thinking how to handle a situation, and that you are not equipped to welcome changes around you, but know that everything that you need is around you. You have the knowledge to endure and you are equipped with enough maturity for you to continue your journey towards 2023. Hi. Thank you for being here, dear Cancer. I hope to see you next time, and continuation is in the link in the description box below. Thank you. My name is A, and see you soon. Bye.